Hi, welcome to this week's Three Fish on the Shirt. I've got Steve Risley with me again, as ever. Morning, Steve.
Hello, David. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. All the better for being in a winning mode today.
Another win. I know. It's great to be a Town fan at the minute.
Certainly
That's
is.
for sure.
We'll come into some of the detail of that shortly. Just first of all, welcome to everybody listening at home or on the move. Thanks for joining us. Again, we're getting great audiences, and we really appreciate you joining us. Makes it worthwhile. So please continue to join us on YouTube and on the podcasts. And if you could, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps. So thanks for that. Much appreciated. Anyway, yeah, into this week then, Steve. It was supposed to be Three Fish on the Road this week. But
Yes, we're
we've
supposed to be there yesterday.
got for a bout of illness on my part. Apologies. We didn't make it, and I did say yesterday, I think in this version of our futures that maybe this was the version of the future that we got the win, so we can claim a bit of an assist there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it was a shame we didn't get there, but I took my tickets back to the club and very good of them to refund the tickets.
Fair play,
So
that for in those circumstances. So I've seen it in the past where ticket allocations have been tight. They've taken tickets back, but I wasn't sure whether they would in these circumstances with there being fair few tickets available. So no, fair play,
no,
and no, fuss free, wasn't it as well?
sorry, mate.
No fuss to doing it. They were good
No,
about it.
no, no. I'm Fran, who's in charge of tickets. She said no, just before 2 o'clock on the Friday.
Yeah,
You get a refund. I don't think all clubs will do that. If I'm honest. So,
yeah, I'm sure that's the case. Anyway, well done to Town for that, and
yeah,
yeah, moving on to that. So the good news was with the free Saturday, the international break, the embargo for 3 o'clock was off, and all the matches were on Sky Plus. So we managed
yeah,
to get to see the game,
yeah.
and what a game! Got off to a great start. I think they had one chance briefly before we got stuck in, and then we just ripped them apart for the first 45 minutes, didn't we?
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. How good we played, how dominant we played, and we're a proper team now.
Yeah,
I say to you during the game, I said it's the best I've seen Town play that half since Artell's come in,
yeah.
and I think that's what he's been trying to get to. And it was embarrassing for MK Dons, to be honest.
Well, I think from our perspective, it
The
wasn't
way
the
we
fact
dominated.
that I didn't believe that we couldn't play like that. It's just the quality that MK Dons have brought in, and
Mm.
the fact that they're a decent side. Clearly now, uh, don't let hardly any goals in, and I think before
Yeah,
yesterday they'd let in three, and we've put another three past them in what half an hour of football.
yeah.
Um, that I didn't think they'd let us play like that quite so easily, or did we make them have to wear it? We were just so on fire, weren't we?
Yeah, no, I think because we kept the ball, so well, passing, moving, and Sweeney back in. I really like him, his movement. Rogers, they can't handle it. They couldn't handle it. They didn't know where to go, what to mark,
Mm.
and we looked every time we went forward. I thought we looked like we were going to score.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. And on many of the occasions we did,
yeah,
Vernam mentioned yesterday that he was impressed with the way his teammates took other people away from him because he's deadly if you let him cut in, isn't he? But they
Vernam,
couldn't
he was
stop him
fantastic.
cutting in because
No,
there were other runners around him that they just couldn't leave alone.
that's what I was saying. I think it was. I'm not sure. Sweeney was it. He made a run to the
Yeah,
left of Vernam, so it enabled him to cut inside. And you're thinking,
yeah,
you don't let Vernam cut inside.
no.
And there it was. That top corner goal. Jeez, what a goal! He was
Well,
involved in all three goals, wasn't
well, yeah. I mean, he got down the left for the first one. He got to more or less the byline, got the ball in for Greeny, and I just thought this is one of those balls where
he? Mm.
I just thought Greeny before when the ball got crossed, I'd not looked who was following in. And I'm thinking this
Mm.
has got Greeny Colchester written all over it if he can get a finish on it.
Mm.
And sure enough, he was there, wasn't he? And he's getting his
Yeah,
yard on the player and bash it into the net from close range.
that was good. He gets into those positions, doesn't he? Green, he's everywhere.
I think
You wouldn't.
that's an area where we I think sometimes rue our missed chances when the ball gets flashed into that right in front of the
Mm,
line where the defence is really under pressure. How many times at home, particularly, do we see nobody attacking that space?
nobody there, no. But you can see the whole team just trying things, comfortable on the ball.
Yeah,
They're good to watch. You don't get worried watching Town that first
not
half. I
not
didn't,
not until late on in the game, of course.
No, no,
There's
no.
always
But
the yeah, but it's Town. I think was the comment.
you messaged me, yeah. So why is it? It's Town, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, I mean that's that Vernam, and for the second goal, he got down the left. He cut in, and he went to have a
Yeah.
shot, not dissimilar to the shot that he scored the third one with.
Mm,
However, on this occasion, he didn't quite get hold of it, and the keeper managed to save it. But again, you've got Sweeney and Cabia both attacking that space again,
yeah.
where
Yeah.
keeper's parried it straight into Cabia's path, and either one of them could have finished it off.
That's right. And KB, he had a great chance just before he
Yeah, it
scored,
was a decent save in
which
fairness to the keeper.
was a good save. I thought he should have.
I thought he should
Yeah,
have should have scored, but he hit the target, made the keeper make the
yeah,
save. But he'll
yeah.
he'll as long as he keeps getting in the positions, he's going to get
He
goals, isn't he?
scored again. He got some rough treatment as well.
Yeah.
He was getting some. He complaining to the ref, and you could see off the ball he was getting
I thought
manhandled. And
McEachran did as well. To be fair,
he did, yeah.
the ref didn't get them all. Overall, I didn't think the ref was too bad. I saw some comments saying
No,
we only moan about the ref, not me and you, but Town fans in general only moan about the ref when he's poor. I think
no,
the
I
fouls he missed yesterday, I wonder how many of them were him trying to let the game flow. But overall, I didn't think he had too bad a game.
thought he was good. Yeah, I've got a note, put a note down here. Good ref, 28 years old. I think I said he was.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
Getting younger and younger.
and then the
But
third goal, Vernam, again down the left, cut inside. He had the freedom of MK, and
yeah,
he just let go, didn't he? I mean, that's one of them that once it hit the net, I was like, oh my god, it's 3-0.
yeah. I think I said something a bit stronger than that
Yeah,
on the video.
I know.
But yeah, it was. It's one of those that you just is it going to go? Is it going in? And then it doesn't end up in the stand and in the back of the net. And wow, what a goal!
Top corner
Wonder-
goal. They're all spectacular when
Oh,
they rip the top corner like that, aren't they? Top
I
bins.
think he, I think he knew as soon as he hit it, he must know that's going in.
And
Keeper's net.
he ran from one end of the field to the other corner, didn't he, where the Town fans were, with
Yeah,
his little heart celebration.
yeah. It was, you could you could hear the Town fans during the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, no, you could. It was.
Didn't hear it. Didn't hear their fans till when they got the second goal.
I know
I think it was
there
their
was
second.
what about 1,200 Town fans there, weren't there? 1188,
Yeah,
and would have been 1190. Or is
would
there?
have been 11-90.
And
But then would have lost 3-2.
yeah, but in what so they're getting 5,000 fans at home, and they've got that massive stadium.
Yeah, I mean, there was a clip before the game that showed the stadium, and there was nobody there. It was like an empty stand, and it's
But
such a shame.
it's a
That
beautiful
stadium.
ground, isn't it? I mean, I was surprised. I knew it was nice, but until we
Mm.
went last year, I really didn't realise what a nice ground it was.
You can't believe that ground is for a League Two team. It should
No.
be Premier League
It's
ground, isn't it?
it's with the wrong club, unfortunately, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's where they are, isn't it? And that's it.
Yeah,
But I'm got quite excited yesterday where we performed and thinking if we've beaten the best team in the league, or the favourites for the league, the biggest budget, and we embarrassed them in that first half. And I honestly think
yeah,
we're going up.
yeah. And I think somebody said online yesterday. I'm Bruce on either his own account or his one on this GTFC day, saying when was the last time we had the ability to shout the Town are going up with some confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that's like the Buckley days, the passing
yeah.
and the movement. It'd be love watching that yesterday,
Oh,
Buckley.
absolutely. I think the other thing was
Fantastic.
any neutrals might look at the scoreline at half time and say, Yeah, but they had a player sent off. Grimsby, no wonder they battered them.
Mm.
But the sending off was actually 7 minutes after the third goal.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
balls
that's right.
into the middle of the MK Dons half. KB went for the ball, and Mellish went just flying in, really reckless, didn't he?
Yeah,
Just an awful
lost his
challenge. Uh, uh,
head, lost his head a bit.
I,
Or
I
KB nearly lost his head.
well, yeah, but I got the impression, and I don't necessarily know it was malice, but it was frustration at being run ragged. I think.
Yeah, I think they've just if if you actually look at it, the sending off, it sort of disrupted us a bit, to be
Yeah,
honest, because
yeah,
since after that, we had to work out how to play against 10 men. And I think Artell said at half time, he said, go and win the second half, and didn't sort of tell them how to play
yeah.
against 10 men. And we couldn't sort of fathom it out. I don't think, they changed the formation, MK Dons, but it sort of ruined our sort of, disrupted us a little bit, I think.
When
But
you think about having the freedom of the bloody pitch in the first half,
yeah,
how you can't have even more freedom in the pitch with
yeah,
one less opponent, kind of it affects the jugger. It's a well known kind of problem, isn't it? That 10 men can be harder to play
I've
against.
seen 10 men play better than 11 quite a few times. I remember Town a while ago now, we got man sent off at Lincoln. Is it
Yes,
Gowling?
yes,
Gowling got
Gowan. I
sent
saw
off.
that clip of that the other day. Actually, yeah,
Yeah, because he was back at Town, wasn't he? Recently, he's in
mm,
the video, but he got sent off, and then and we absolutely dominated that second half.
yeah,
Disley, especially midfielders, and so 10 men can do it.
yeah.
So
Josh Gowan actually had an interview when he came back to the club last week
that's it. Yeah,
and settled in the area. So just shows again that people come and stay because the area's
yeah,
nice and it's nicer than people realise.
yeah. I did like Gowling, and he's a gentleman, and he comes across well, and he's Coventry City's under 21 or under 18 coach.
Was he?
That's where
I didn't
he's
realise.
born in Coventry.
Oh, right,
He comes from Coventry.
yeah.
So yeah, that's what
Because he was at
his job
Hereford
is.
as manager when we signed
Yeah,
Charles Coke, wasn't he
yeah.
managing them then or after that?
But yeah, he said his children are here local. They go to school, and
Yeah,
so he must commute to Coventry.
just
But
shows
yeah,
though, doesn't it? The area we talk about people. It's hard to get
mm,
people to come, but when they do come, they tend to stay. Look at all that how many players over the years,
that's it. And then they're staying like now. The players, there's quite a few of them staying down the seafront here, isn't there? Near the Kingsway. I was looking at those apartments yesterday. I walked down there, and they've
Yeah,
all been done out. They look dead smart.
yeah,
Actually, all
yeah.
the way along from the Kingsway.
And they've made it a
So,
selling point, the club, haven't they? So you can come and
yeah,
this is how you live because these guys, young guys, especially when they're unattached, they've
yeah,
got the, the living arrangements can be a you know, bit meagre, I think, at some places, and
that's it. Yeah.
we've
So
made it a
we've
selling
got.
point, which is great.
So yeah, we we've got a great club, mate. Yeah.
Half time then came. I think it suited MK Dons better than us. To be fair,
Mm,
we would have probably played for 90 minutes just without a half time. I think quick drinks break, and we could have carried on, but want to be. And Milton Keynes came back with sticking the ball into an area where we wouldn't want it,
yeah,
and the unfortunate George McEachran on 47 minutes managed to more or less just chest the ball into his own net.
yeah. Nothing to do about it. Is it just
I think if
hit
he'd
him,
missed
went
it, it'd
in.
been a goal.
Yeah,
I
but
think,
they did up it their pace, and we weren't quite
yeah.
ready
They went long on
in
that
that
one.
second half.
They got the ball in early, and
Mm,
then that's a great time for them to score in it. Just a minute into the second half, and to say this is going to be different now. And
yeah,
whilst we did settle down eventually, we were rocking for a little while, weren't we? And looked nervy.
yeah. We were just panicking a bit for some reason. We were just not clearing the lines, and I'm thinking, what's changed? Apart from 10 men, they got 10 men, and it was like, come on, just calm down and start passing again. And we did. We did calm down eventually, like, or
Yeah,
settle down.
because
And then
as David Artell said in the aftermatch, You haven't got to go and win the game again. You haven't got to. I'm not expecting you to go and score 3 more.
No.
And maybe that's a problem as well. That there is a definite ability to sit on your lead, but changing the mentality too much maybe
Mm.
affects you. 10 men affects you, and then before you know it, the geography on the pitch is unfamiliar, isn't it? To the
Yeah,
to the brilliant way we'd got it mapped out in the first half. And really, the goal at the end is made more or less the last minute even more nervy than it needed to be. But I
that's
don't
right.
think I
Yeah.
ever thought we weren't gonna win the game. Yeah,
No, I think because David Artell's, he said, I mean, he's they're given the day off Monday,
yeah,
Monday off, and they're back in Tuesday, and then they're going to say, maybe we give them enough guidance at half time for
yeah,
us. Maybe we didn't, maybe we did. We'll talk about it.
yeah,
But apart from the players, were all disappointed, weren't they,
yeah.
after the game?
Without anybody criticising them, their
Yeah,
their own critique of their own second half performance was good in his view. That the standards are there to such an
yeah,
extent that
that's right.
they're unhappy without being told.
That's right. But Artell and everybody else, they've set that, they've raised that level, haven't they?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That standard. So it's put it there, and now the players are there. And we just scored 3 goals away at the
To a team that's let 3
favourites.
goals in what 5 games? What's that?
Yeah, and
Five
we're
times
disappointed.
450 minutes of football, and in 30 minutes of
Mm.
football, we scored 3 goals.
Yes, great, great to see the attitude of the players now. And we've still got a lot of injuries, haven't we?
Yeah,
And people colds. He was saying they've got colds and niggles, and got
not as
players away on international duty as well.
yeah. They had Mendes Lang missing. We had Cam Gardner, who made his debut
Mm.
for the Scottish under-21s in the 2-0 defeat on Friday of Croatia. Was
Ch-
they were playing? No, Czech Republic.
Chechia,
Yeah,
Chechia.
yeah, beg your pardon. Yeah. Faroe
Yeah,
Islands were playing Croatia.
yeah. Oh, Cam Gardner, came off injured, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know if it was in a report or whether somebody commented that he was clutching his leg. So I don't know if that was his hamstring again. It'd be disappointing if it
Yeah,
is, because that's a niggly, horrible injury to have in it that kept
yeah.
him out for a lot last year.
That's it. Hopefully he's because he'll be a big miss with because he's been playing really well.
Yeah,
What?
and he's an option of something a bit different, isn't he? As well.
Yes, yeah. He's had a great fortnight, hasn't he? Playing against Man U and starting against Man U, and then
Yeah,
international call up same day, and then make his debut. But unfortunately, he's got injured. So,
yeah.
so
Uh,
fingers crossed for him.
on that front, we've had yesterday since we spoke. We had the sub come on, Neo Eccleston from Huddersfield. He came on.
Uh,
Looked like he knew what he was doing once he got on the pitch. He was clearing his lines nicely and looked tidy enough. Didn't get a lot of chance to see him, but
no,
thought he looked okay.
he looked okay. Yeah, I thought. Just going back to the. Well, yeah, he looked okay. The was got his name?
Soon took
Fortune.
Bell.
Yeah, I didn't think he was. He kept the ball away a few times. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
didn't wasn't great, but maybe he was a bit nervous. I don't know, but
yeah. Probably
yeah, he
needs a bit of
lost
time.
possession a few times.
Yeah, I mean he's clearly got the skill, hasn't he? Because he's of his
Oh yeah, yeah,
pedigree, but maybe it took a little bit of time for him to get tuned into it all.
yeah.
But,
He came on for Vernam, didn't he? And
but yeah, well,
and then
Eccleston was only on for a few minutes, but I remember seeing him a number of times clear the ball and get
yeah,
clear
I
up
did.
nice and
Yeah,
tidy. I'm just looking; he only came on in the last minute, 89.
towards the end, yeah, and then
Thought it was
he
about,
looked okay.
I suppose there's 3 or 4 minutes of injury time as well. Yeah, so
Yeah, I thought.
all
Yeah,
round satisfied with the win. I think is the there's lots of positives to take away from that, and the negatives are a bit niggly more than anything.
that's it. It's 3 points, isn't it, away from home at the top team. So
Mm.
excuse me, up to fourth, in the league.
Yeah, yeah. So it's back around the teams that we were expected to be battling with, isn't it? Yeah, and as you rightly say,
Yeah,
fourth in the table.
But we've got just looking. Yeah, I mean, you always say look at the league table after 10 games, and then
Yeah.
you've got a fair. And we've got next 3 games.
Yeah.
We've got Cambridge at home, Barnet away, Cheltenham at home. All 3 of them are
Yeah.
absolutely winnable. So we could be possibly, after 10 games, we could be in top 3.
Yeah, but we have to pretend at Town though that they're top teams because we do better against top teams. By the looks of it, don't we, at the minute?
We do, yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, sitting 4th after 7
interestingly,
games.
after we played yesterday, Bromley were 2-0 up, and they were flying at the top of the table.
Yeah.
An injury time penalty, which was never a penalty, by the way. The striker that went into the keeper, he dived about 3 or 4 foot to his right to make sure he made contact with the keeper instead of chasing the ball,
All right.
and the ref gave a penalty, and that took them from 5th below us to swap places with Bromley because they both would have ended on 15 points.
That's it. So
Bromley
tight,
back
isn't it?
down to 13. And it's that tight at the top. There's only 1 point between us and Gillingham in top spot. There's them, Swindon and Walsall on 5 wins. I was surprised to see Walsall up there. They've lost twice.
Yeah. They haven't
We've
drawn
only
a
lost
game yet.
once. Then you've got
Yeah.
Bromley, Crewe and Chesterfield. Then outside the playoffs, Salford, Milton Keynes, Notts County, Fleetwood, Cambridge in 12th, Bristol Rovers, Tranmere, who got themselves back into the game yesterday at Salford, then succumbed to 2 late goals. Harrogate, who were beaten by Crawley, Colchester, Oldham, Barnet, Barrow, Crawley, Shrewsbury, Newport, 22nd. And then you've got Cheltenham and Accrington in the bottom 2. And I was just looking at my best predictions yesterday against the table after 5 games. I got 3 spot on in the positions where they are. Exactly. Crewe in 6th. That's where I predicted them.
Right.
Cheltenham and Accrington actually bang on at the bottom 2.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good. And then the next ones that are underperforming my prediction of them: Cambridge 12th, Newport 22nd, we're 4th. I had us 2nd. Barrow are 2 places lower than I said they were going to be, as are Crawley and Harrogate. And then the furthest off in my predictions were Bromley, 10 places above where I said they would be, and Swindon 14 places. I think there's a bit of bias there.
Yeah, I think,
It's a long way to go.
Yeah, I think I had Newport. I didn't write down the league table, but I think I had Newport to struggle this year, and they're down. They're right down there.
Yeah, they are. They're, and I say it's only on goal difference by 4 goals that they're outside the bottom 2. And actually, of their last 6 games, they won 5 games ago and have lost 5 on the trot. Cheltenham, who were below them, lost 4, drew on 1, and then won the last one yesterday. So, arguably, if Cheltenham continue to pick up, Newport could be in a lot of bother. Shrewsbury won, I see, yesterday. That was a bit of a shock. Let's look at all the results. Yesterday. Let's see. So we had the early game, Newport 2, Bristol Rovers 3. So Bristol Rovers won twice in 8 days after not having won beforehand.
They're starting to get there, aren't they?
Starting to improve a little bit, yeah. And that's 2 away wins for them. So it'd be interesting to see if they can replicate that at home. Shrewsbury, again, Barnet are going to have a bit of a year, I think, aren't they? They went 1-0 up, then scored an own goal a minute later. And then by half time, they were 3-1 down. So that's them get their first win under the belt. 3,000 at Barnet. Who's next? Barrow got beat at home by Swindon. I think Barrow are going to have a tough time this year as well.
Yeah, they always fight above the station, really, but they might struggle this year.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of games this season I thought, they had a good result. I think it was at Colchester, was it? And then this week they've gone and got beat at home. So, but Swindon are doing quite well. So, unfortunately,
they are. Unfortunately, yes.
Cambridge 0, Oldham 1. So good win for Oldham. I got them up and running. I think it was the manager's son that scored the goal.
Yeah, Michael Mellon.
Michael Mellon. Isn't
Yeah.
Mickey Mellon their manager? Yeah. He is.
Yeah.
Oldham's boss Mellon was booked. He complained in the last minute. So
Oldham's Mickey Mellon. Yeah. Oh, lad. Yeah, scored. Just looking at Cambridge United's team. Yeah, Jake Eastwood was in goal.
yeah, he's their number one. He's listed as their number one.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's number one in number.
Cheltenham, as we mentioned, beat Accrington, another team I think will struggle this year, which is frustrating that we weren't able to put them to the sword. Colchester won, Crewe won. So again, Crewe had a really good first 4 games, then they've slowed down a little bit now. Harrogate 0, Crawley 1, so Crawley picking up a bit.
That's yes, I didn't expect that result.
No, MK 2, Grimsby 3.
Ooh.
Notts County 1, Fleetwood 0. So Notts County seem to be struggling. They managed to scrape a goal just after half time.
Dennis again.
And Dennis again, but they're not ripping teams apart like they were last year.
No. I know. Just going back to that, their subs yesterday, MK Dons bought on 2 ex-county Notts County players, didn't they?
Yeah.
Crowley and Nemani.
Yeah.
Thinking, God, what are they doing on the bench? But to be honest, they didn't do a lot when they came on.
No.
I didn't think so.
I mean, let's be honest. That any player can have a cracking game, and that 4-1 away. That Crowley had a hell of a game against us, didn't he?
Oh, it was a different class that night. That game.
Yeah. Hume didn't play again, so Hume must be injured. He didn't play last week. Malarkey was on the bench, so neither of them two is making the team.
He's still a Town player, isn't he, according to the programme yesterday? Did you see that?
That's pathetic.
MK Dons wants to watch. Denver Hume.
Crazy. There was others as well, weren't there?
There was Denver Hume,
Jordan Wright. Yeah.
Callum Ainley.
Yeah. He's Cleethorpes Town player. Signed for Cleethorpes. I was surprised by that. I would have thought he'd be able to get higher level than that.
I would have thought so, but maybe he's got other things going on. Yeah, probably.
Clearly, he's staying in the area, isn't he?
Maybe that's Yagra.
Yeah. Salford 3,
He'll end up in it.
Tranmere 1. Tranmere got themselves back into the game. Salford scored a couple late on. Walsall 1, Chesterfield 0. Walsall, I think it's the second 1-0 winning in a week after they beat MK last week. Chesterfield this week. And then Bromley 2, Gillingham 2. So Gillingham flying high at the top, but and we've seen that many a season, haven't we? Gillingham going unbeaten at the start of the season, and then they tend to fade. So we'll see if they can keep that going or not.
Yeah, my mate's Adam's a Gillingham fan, and
someone's got to be, haven't they?
Yeah. And Adam said, I messaged him yesterday. I said that you were top of the league, mate. You're flying. He says, yeah, but it'll come unstuck. He said it's usually against Grimsby. So playing them.
Well, last time we beat them, it was nearly a year without a defeat at home, wasn't it? And we managed to beat them.
Beat them there, yeah, and then we've not done so well at home against them, I don't think.
No. So yesterday, first half domination for us, followed by a second half that led to squeaky bum time. But overall, we're happy with the result, especially given MK Dons' record of not letting many goals in. And when you think about what they spent compared to what we've spent, I think you can be more than happy with that. Particularly the manner we played, and I think that's the main bit for me.
That's right, and the stats were unbelievable. 8 passes and 650 passes or something. I think we had.
Yeah, ridiculous. And some unbelievable match. That's 71.5% possession.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. 72%. Yeah, 13 shots.
Yeah,
8 on target.
So 30 touches in the opponent's box compared to their 16.
That's right. Yeah.
Keeper only had to make 1 save. Corners were pretty even. Attempts from outside the box were 3 each. Didn't get caught offside at all.
No.
When you've got a striker trying to play off the shoulder a little bit in KB, that was pretty impressive.
It is actually, yeah.
How much pressure we managed to put on them, I think, is told by the accuracy of the passing. 84.8%. I mean that says passing that's A, really good, and B, not under too much pressure.
That's right, yeah. But it's not like we were passing it just in our own half sort of
No.
thing, just pass. It was going forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a great watch yesterday.
Yeah, no,
All
absolutely agreed.
so,
I just want to yeah, no, it's pretty good, and following the important data, which is the goal scored, as I always say, the important bit
mm,
is the actual
yeah,
goal scored, and everything else is
not the
kind of
XG and all that crap.
irrelevant. But the signs are good, aren't they? And that we're consistently hitting those things, aren't we now?
Yeah, I'm still got players to come back, and I think that lineup though is pretty much our full strength
Yeah, the starting lineup.
line,
Yeah,
the starting lineup.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I think the substitutions. I mean, Adua didn't come on, did he?
No,
Henry Brown's on about Emaluzar. So still got players there that, I think that's stretching our squad though now, isn't it? With these injuries, instead of got
yeah, but we're always
quite
going
a
to get
few.
them. But we've got better quality,
Mm.
haven't we, to come on now? Um,
Mm.
Fair play to Harvey Rodgers, though, the way he's playing this year.
It's just if actually if you like a year ago get transported forward and you think, just see what's he doing up
You're
there?
going to be playing
What's
Harvey as right back, and oh, by the way,
yeah,
while we're doing it, we're going to make him play in midfield a bit, pop up wherever he likes. He might even pop up on the wing. You'd have been saying,
but
"No, what are we doing?"
he's got the skill for it as well, and he's got a lot
Yeah,
more to his locker than I thought.
he knows what to do, doesn't he? He knows when time's
Mm.
up, and he knows when to get back, which I noticed yesterday again. And
Yeah.
he's not averse to running back towards his own goal.
No, he must be fit as out because
Oh yeah,
him
yeah.
and Greeny, well,
Well,
all of them
I
really.
noticed it in the Man United game as well, where he
Mm.
was doing a lot of running back and what have you, without
Yeah,
the
there was
ball. And that's really good.
yeah, a couple of I saw a couple of ones in that Man United game, and he was proper blowing at the end of it.
Oh,
But then he
yeah,
recoveries. That's the key, isn't it?
yeah,
How quick you can recover from it.
yeah. So
So
yesterday, bit of success, and long may that continue. And we move on to Cambridge next week. So they've got midweek without a game this week, which is good. No silly virtue
yeah,
trophy games or anything like that, or having to play little teams in the Carabao Cup or anything like that. But next is Cambridge at home. We've talked briefly about that. Jake Eastwood coming back.
oh, of course, yeah,
Be
yeah,
interesting to see how we get on next week. Um, in the meantime, like I say, we've got the cup tickets are now available from Monday. Sheffield Wednesday got about 4,000, same as what Leeds had.
that's right, yeah,
Um, so hopefully, Three Fish on the Road is going to be replacement. The visit is going to be the Wednesday away game.
yeah. It's going to be Wednesday away game on the Tuesday. Yeah,
Yes,
it's going
it's
to be
confusing. And
possibly
the last
might have more.
Tuesday game was on a Wednesday.
Yeah, with the Wednesday fans boycotting the games.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think we'll have more fans than them, but
No,
yeah,
and I think they had 7,800 against Leeds. Interesting, which was a
mm,
similar number to what was there yesterday at MK Dons, um,
mm,
and 4,000 from Leeds. So yeah, that suggested the boycott was going quite well. Wednesday fans have been sort of understanding, but asked us to support them in boycotting
yeah,
every penny being spent with the club, or to try and minimise every penny spent with the club. So once you've paid your entrance fee, get fed outside, get watered outside,
yeah,
don't buy a program, all that sort of stuff is where they want us to be. I think they appreciate that we want to follow our team, but yeah, a lot of sympathy for their team. Their owner seems to have decided he just don't want to bother with them anymore, and
yeah. It's
the support
bizarre, isn't
quite
it?
poor, isn't it?
Such a massive club, and one of the stands is closed, I believe, for safety.
Yeah,
You
well, it
can't
was. I
use
don't
it.
know if it's all right now, and they just shut it because of the boycott
Right.
or what.
No,
But
okay. I was talking to my mate, he's Sheffield Wednesday fan. He said he thought it was still closed, but yeah, but maybe reopen it. But such a massive club, isn't it? to be in such a state.
I think the one thing about whether it's closed by design or not, the guy's got his name, hasn't he, in the seats, and it shows his name up.
Was it?
It says Chancery on the
Right.
seats, it just shows him up in a bad light, doesn't it? Really, but yeah, let's hope they get sold and they get somebody coming in that'll look after the club.
Yeah, we've got a great chance getting the result there, because the way we're playing at the minute.
You don't see them like last year that somebody's strong, do you? That not as strong as last year that we just get walked over by.
No, I know it's away at the ground, but they're not going to be no fans there. I presume there's still boycotting next week.
You got no fans.
Yeah, so it'll be a weird atmosphere, but we'll be there, all being well.
Yeah. No, apparently the stand has got a prohibition notice on it, so it is still prevented from spectators entering the stand. Due to unresolved safety concerns, specifically around structural integrity, rust and drainage issues, despite warnings dating back to 2021, and a detailed repair schedule issued in 22, the necessary work wasn't completed on time. A Bangkok-based company was even commissioned for a structural report, but it was rejected for not meeting UK safety standards. The closure affects, so presumably he's got his own people to look at it.
Trying to do it on the cheap or something. I don't know.
The closure affects 9,000 fans, and the stand won't reopen until the club provides professional assurances and completes required repairs to the council's satisfaction. So yeah,
just shows you where a club can end up if it's not run right, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Town have had to spend money on the stands and some steel work and and they've done it
because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, not spent money anywhere else.
Which says a lot about our ownership, doesn't it? Back to the footballing. We'll come back to the ownership in a bit because there's some news on that front. Badgering of Town about the registration error. So this week was still littered with TalkSport.
Well, first off, if you break the rules like that, I don't see a way how Grimsby can still be in the competition. I genuinely don't. And it sounds harsh, but I genuinely don't. If that had happened if it was the other way round, would we be saying the same? Would we say, no, it's fine, 20 grand fine for Man United? Are we now judging it by the club? They broke the law. They broke the rules. I'm sorry. You have to leave the competition. I genuinely feel that.
Newspaper headlines, even up to yesterday, teams saying, Man United await outcome of decision on the Carabao Cup game against Grimsby. TalkSport Cundy saying Grimsby should be thrown out, no question. Same with Goldstein and all that lot. Absolute nonsense, just talking drivel, and half of it's just to get a reaction. It's to get communication, just keep going round and round and round. Because the more clicks they get, the more exposure they get.
That's it. I got a bit sick of reading it all, to be honest. I'm thinking they're not going to do anything now, man. United aren't appealing. It's over with, and the guy missed the penalty anyway. For God's sake.
and in fairness, again, it was a comment at somebody else. I can't claim it as my own, but I'd not thought of it in these terms. But we actually saved them from 15 minutes more of George McEachran, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, and we were winning 2-0 at the time. Andy missed his penalty. It just doesn't stand scrutiny. And then when you look at the actual offence itself, a minute late, all right, rule. Even if you say rules as rules, So it landed 59 seconds after midday. So on your clock, what would that say on the bottom of your computer?
It would say 12.
12:00, wouldn't it?
00.
You wouldn't know unless you went into it forensically to say. And how often would you check when you sent an email? It was sent at 12 o'clock. It wasn't nearly 12:01. It was 12. So was the deadline 11:59 then? Really?
Yeah, that's right.
So make your mind up. Anyway, by the by, within a week we've had a 20 grand fine, suspended 10 grand for a week. It's amazing how if you're not lawyered up or a big club, that these things happen instantaneously.
Absolutely.
Man City have been lawyered up and going through the courts for things. Town were honest and actually, had they not said anything, who would have noticed? Doesn't sound like anybody would have picked it up.
That's true. Yeah, they was honest about it. We fessed up on our mistake and got punished. But
and I can't imagine anywhere else where there's a system in this day and age of computer systems where if you put something through and you need it to be verified as and rubber stamped and signed off as made it in time, that there isn't a mechanism by which the league acknowledge receipt and say, "Yep, cleared to play."
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it's black and white, isn't it?
Yeah. So lots of things there. I saw a few things that admin needs sacking. And there's loads of reasons why it could have been late. None of which might have been the person putting it into the computer. The site.
Well, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah,
It's
you don't
like
know if the signature
do it
was
by
only
email.
brought to, or they only got final acknowledgement that he'd signed and all that sort of stuff. And
I can see why it's become major sort of talking point everywhere though, because we beat Man United.
Yeah,
we've fielded a player that shouldn't have played.
Yeah,
and
but the precedent is for the EFL Cup. Fine, Liverpool did it a couple of years ago. Accrington Stanley did it, and we all got the same punishment. And we've taken it on the chin. And if you can honestly say that bringing Clark Adair on for 15 minutes in a game that we were winning 2-0, where we drew 2-2, we went to penalties and he missed his penalty. If you can honestly say that stopped Man United winning the game, or had a material effect on the game, such that it would have detrimented Man U, with a squad that's got a £75 million striker, £120 million worth of substitutes that came on, and a squad of value of 800 million, you're having a laugh. And I think
that's it. Yeah. And the two players that missed penalties for them cost, was it 65 million and Mbumo, and 40 million was it Cunha? I can't remember.
Yeah. So I think just massively.
I mean, if he'd scored the winning Adoya, if he had scored the penalty,
or he scored to make it 3-2 in the last minute or something. Yeah, you might be able to argue it, but it's done. It's gone. Let's move on. But also, I think interestingly, quite a few Man U fans still hate watching Town, as in commenting on things on social media. So every time something happens in the Town, it's either Man U fans or African Man U fans have been having a pop.
Yeah.
So that's been interesting. Talking of having a pop yesterday, a nasty sort of messaging off of an MK Dons fan yesterday, saying that how can we be losing to a team where most of the fans are on universal credit? I just said, how thick can you be? And he started hitting back, and I just said, look, mate, daytime drinking doesn't really suit, and then he comes back with, oh yeah, no, I've been clean for 4 years, unlike your mum. So my mum's no longer with us, but cheers for that. I thought, give him a chance to back up, And then he starts going, oh well, I probably paid enough tax to pay for a funeral. And I thought, sick fucker,
really
sick bastard. So anyway,
that's terrible.
I just thought, are you proud of this fan of yours, MK Dons? There's a few Town fans chipped in, but I thought, how low can you get? It shows you,
absolutely. Well, there's a scum out of people like that.
Yeah. Anyway, it's
funny. A real person,
not very often have I come across anything like that.
No.
And it was interesting yesterday that happened. But hey ho, we move on.
Bad loser.
Lord Stockwood,
yeah, flipping out. That was announced during the game, wasn't it?
Yes, I didn't realise what you meant when you said Lord Stockwood. I thought maybe they'd zoomed in on him in the crowd or something, and he was looking.
I just messaged you with that. I didn't know what else to put.
Yeah, and then I saw the news item, and I sent you a copy back. WTF? I'm disappointed in a way. Not politics apart, because the pod isn't political at all.
No.
Politics notwithstanding, the only reason I'm disappointed in is I've got a lot of time for Jason. I think he's been brilliant for Town. He's great as a front man and a visible leader at Town. And I just think it's a shame that he's no longer going to be that, because he's resigned from the board. He's stepped down from all his duties. Yes, he's still an owner. Yes, he'll still have the influence in the background. And I'm sure that won't make a massive difference. But I don't know, I just feel like in really safe hands with him being that visible front for town.
I know what you're saying. I just hope that's what my concern is. I mean, great for him, congratulations, but I just don't want it to affect Grimsby
Yeah.
Town. That's all I'm bothered about.
Yeah, same. I'm not
Really, like, just don't want it to just derail us. I mean, he's already been to the not Lord Mayor, the Mayor of Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
He lost that. He came back, and now he's gone again. So hopefully, it's not disrupting.
Yeah, it says something about the electoral thing that you don't get in by the front door, so somebody else can let you in by the back door. But that's not not a slight on him. That's just I've never been comfortable with the Lords when you've got that's nothing to do with town or Jason. And I think great for him and good luck to him.
Yeah. So maybe he just wants to wear a wig. You never know.
Maybe. Yeah.
But David Artell's, commented on it and said, good luck, congratulations, and obviously goes well for him and all that, and they're still friends, they're still,
Well, he's still an owner, isn't he? They'll still be in the background. They'll still be.
He will. It's just to keep the club politically neutral.
I managed to go into hospitality for a Warrington Wolves game, and had the good fortune of sitting, having a chat and getting some inside info on the club from the chief exec. And on the way out, ended up speaking to the leader of the House of Commons, Lindsay Hoyle. The speaker, sorry, not the leader. The speaker of the House of Commons, Lindsay Hoyle, who's a big Warrington fan.
Right.
So and he still goes to every home game. God knows why, because they're crap at the minute. But,
I mean, I don't know how big a role this is.
Well, even if it isn't, I mean, it's whatever takes his time. It's not sat there at town every week, is he? Monday to Friday.
No.
And there's still teams and what have you, and I'm sure he will still have a say as part of that ownership group. I can't see how he wouldn't. But
that's right.
Hey ho, like I say, our only concern is town politically. Not really bothered one way or the other.
But yeah, so beat the favourites for the league away. Our owner became a lord. I think
we're going up in the world. I think that's clear, isn't it? Going up in the world.
I think it's Martin Gritton in the commentary. He said, "Oh, but town fans put lottery on tonight."
Yeah, Well, actually, funny enough, you say that. I won a fiver with town yesterday.
He said that.
My strategic betting, just to put one for listeners. Very rarely have I ever bet because I know that I'd enjoy doing it, and so I've been very careful over the years. But what I have done is I've taken advantage of bookie freebies and gambled small and not been bothered if I've lost. So over the years, I've had some quite big wins from nothing. And yesterday, with my little pot of winnings, I sometimes have a bet from. I put, I think, £1 on town to have Vernam have a shot on target, KB to have a shot on target and score. So same bet, really, isn't it? Town to win or draw. So I wasn't really sticking my neck too far out. And I think that might have been it. And it was 5-1 or something like that. Obviously, that came in. So a little fiver just topped me pot up a little bit more.
That's good to have little bets like that. That's
but always with bookies' money. That's the best way to do it. Pick a freebie and just use your winnings. Once you've lost them, think I haven't lost out and carry on.
Well, I said to you about getting a bet on town to win the league yesterday. I'm getting carried away, maybe.
Odds are probably getting slashed as you spoke as well.
I know.
Other news in the week, we signed Charlie Casper from Burnley on loan at the last minute. Not that we do last minute signings at town. We don't tend to like to leave it to the wire. But that was an interesting one. He wasn't in the squad yesterday.
No, I don't know why. Because Seb Orton's, he's been playing well, and to talk about him going out on loan or something.
I think Seb Orton's well regarded, isn't he?
Yeah. Apparently he was excellent against Bradford.
Yeah, and that was another thing I wanted to pick up on.
Mm.
that
But
we're
you
not
know,
we're not
so
covering the virtue because we don't like it. We don't like under 21 teams coming in. But young team did
no.
really well. Never a red card. Halliday, if anything, was diving in more recklessly than Henry Brown.
Did
That's been
did Town
rescinded.
appeal that?
Yeah, there must have been. Otherwise, I don't think
They
it.
must have
Yeah,
appealed it to it
yeah.
being rescinded.
But it was
So,
rescinded really, really quickly as well.
yeah.
So that
Well, it
that
was a
was
ridiculous decision,
was absolutely bonkers. And that referee's got history as well, hasn't he? With us,
doesn't he?
Eddie
Well,
Marks.
the refs, they need to be accountable, though, don't they?
They're
Somehow,
not, though,
you
are
know
they?
what I mean?
They're not.
No, it's just they just seem to get away with it. I don't know. As a player got sent off, he got sent off. He never came back on, did he?
No.
Obviously, he's the game's affected, and
Yeah.
who knows? Would have probably could have won the game, but it's only that bloody stupid trophy.
Yeah, and we mentioned Gardner also on international duty this week was Geza Churi, came on 15 minutes from the end.
Yeah, yeah. So international players, I don't know how many do you need to cancel the game? Is it
Really?
three or four?
Yeah. So
So
we
yeah,
didn't manage that many, but yeah.
no,
So overall, we're in a decent position, fourth after 5 games. Obviously, only we lost once in 7. If we can keep that going, and there's no
yeah,
reason why, given the football that we're seeing, that we can't.
that's right. And
It's good to keep high hopes.
yeah, no, just going back to the game yesterday. I thought Burns was excellent. Darragh Burns, I thought he was superb yesterday. He took his
He's
crosses, and he's so much better. When we saw him last season, just for a few games, he didn't do it, did he? And then this
no.
season, he's been
If
fantastic.
if I could be asked, I'd love to go back to all the podcasts and say, why can't we get somebody who can cross the ball, just stand the ball up? So,
Yeah,
them balls that hang in the air that are there just to be attacked.
mm.
We seem to whip balls in quite well and not manage to attack the space, which we seem to have figured now.
Yeah,
And then you've
definitely.
got now a player in Burns who can stand the ball up at the back post and cause chaos. Yeah, we haven't got a massive centre forward to jump in and bang it in with a header, but
Yeah,
we've got somebody that can edit back in at the far post, like a Greenie or something like that. If you pick on the Walsall game, for example,
that's it. Yeah,
or a Harvey Rogers or a Warren or someone like that to knock it back in, and that's certainly something that is terrorising defences. So we can terrorise them down both sides now, which again spreads the game, doesn't it?
that's it. Yeah, I mean, he's different sort of player to Span Thorson, but we still got him to come back, haven't
I
we?
know. Yeah.
And Danny Rose, who's slowly getting back in, and two of our big players from last season, and they're still
Arguably, going to have to really battle for the spots because you'd
yeah,
have a job dropping either of those two at the minute. KBA, you won't drop Danny Rose.
no,
Much as the very words coming out of my mouth are shocking to me in a way. But
yeah,
you couldn't drop KBA, bless him. Why would you?
no, he can't. He's scoring goals, isn't he? And he's
Yeah,
fast. He's got everything.
yeah.
You
And
think,
even more to the point where he's come from someone like Truro, and you think, well, yeah, you can't expect him to just drop straight in and
yeah,
be banging him in. But what's he on now? Five goals for in the league, is it?
yeah, yeah, something like that. And he's been, like David Attell said, he's been to the four corners of the UK to finally get to Grimsby. He's played Truro, he's Ireland, Scotland, I think. And now he's here
Yeah.
and knocking them in. And I don't think he's fully flowing yet, to be honest. I think he can certainly get better, if you know what I mean, and
Well,
improve his penalties.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's missed 2 pens, hasn't he? So that's another thing.
Yes. So,
Yeah. So
but the
we're
players to come back.
looking up, and like I say, when you look at the quality of some of the players they've got yesterday, in the side, they've got that Hogan up front there, that Patterson, the side from Sheffield Wednesday. They had people on the bench. Will Collar was in the Stockport team that's done really well. You got Dan
Yeah,
Crowley, who was starring for Notts County when they were flying. Uh, you got Nemain, who was on the bench.
Lane,
Lemonhay
yeah,
Evans, who came on and got a goal. Yeah, they've got some decent players who we've managed to overcome, and it
they
just
have. But
this team just go from strength to strength.
decent players, but are they going to gel as a team? That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, from Town's
All about them.
perspective, we're certainly doing that, aren't we now already? And I think that's one of the beauties of signing Burns last season. He got bit parts of games where we were just playing him to fill in, weren't we? This season
Yeah.
he's got a role. He's been given it and told to get on with it, and he
Yeah.
has. And I think allowing him that time to settle in was really valuable. I think similar to Chury and Svan Thorson in his first season, having that time to just settle down is valuable. Not all teams have got that opportunity to do that, but we've made it the right thing to do, I think, and I think that's helped those two players in particular, maybe even three. And I suspect the same will be with Soon Suk Bell, although we can't faff with him for too long because he's only here for a year. So.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so just got to keep, hopefully not too many injuries and keep players fit. And I mean, it's going to be key to the season, isn't it, I think, keeping the players available.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a key point in David Artell's speech at the last forum. Was that whole availability piece for players, and fingers crossed on that one because it's never a guarantee. Talking to the fans forum, there's one on the 12th, which is next Friday. Jason Stockwood's already stepped down, which is interesting.
Yeah.
He'll no longer take part. Presume as he picked up his new role as investment lead for the government, and just hope he manages to get some investment for Town.
Yeah. Give us some money. Yeah, it's interesting. That sort of appointment doesn't happen overnight, does it? I don't know how it comes about. Really. So, he must have known about it for a while. So, yeah, you can't blame him. He's ambitious.
But he'll also know what the state of play in the background is for Town's investment strategy and what have you. And if that's going all right and he doesn't need to be in there, then you don't know, do you?
Yeah.
And same with the pod. You never know what's in the background waiting to come out. You never know.
Absolutely. Yeah, so there's always something happening, isn't there?
There's always something happening.
Yeah.
And, like I say, I need to get better now, and then we'll be flying again. I can get back out there.
That's it. One thing I did put right down here actually about David Artell. I think Matt Dean interviewed when he said that people are going to start looking at you. You're getting results and beating Man United or beating MK Dons, and we just don't want to lose him, do we?
No. And that was one of my fears. I think it was the Sky coverage. There was Phil Jones in the studio with who the other person was, and they were saying, "Oh, he speaks well. Oh, I'd love to be in a dressing room with him. You'd really feel like you were." And I'm thinking, no, shush. You wouldn't like it at all. It's horrible.
That's it, and he's a Man United player, and
exactly. He was saying that's the sort of player. So you can imagine anybody with a bit of money, and we can't afford to lose him. I mean,
I think probably had offers, hasn't he? But
he signed a 3-year contract. I think that helps Town either way up, doesn't it? And
well, if he sees the contract out, we'll be in the Championship by then, and then that's fine.
And you can say thanks for all the fish.
You never know. You never know.
He likes working with the people he's working with. They've recognised the fact, and hopefully the new contract was good enough to keep him for a bit longer.
That's right. Yeah, they talk about alignment, don't they, at the club, and
exactly.
I think you can see it. You can see it all the way through to the players.
You can now, and that's good to see because it'd be getting slagged if it wasn't, wouldn't it? But
absolutely, yeah.
It's that do the right thing throughout. It doesn't matter what it is. Let's do the right thing. And do the right thing is going to Wednesday, so let's look forward to that. We've got Saturday first, Cambridge, so looking forward to that. Be good to get back into BP for the for the second time after the Man United win, and hopefully we can not have such a. We'll definitely won't have the hangover feeling. There's a bit of a gap now. The players have got a bit of time to recharge. So fingers crossed for a
think it's quite a big game that Saturday to get back onto winning ways at home.
Yeah.
You know, with League. Don't want to,
Don't want to
start
get
this.
into sort of downward spiral of home fans going, oh, there we go. People were quite forgiving of the Bristol Rovers game, weren't they? But if we slip
That's
back,
it, yeah.
slip back into the home things, that it could get a bit moany again.
Well, that's it.
We don't want
After
that because there's nothing to moan about at the minute.
No, there isn't. No, I mean that. Like I say, when we lost to Bristol Rovers, and then the Bradford, in that cup. But I was like thinking, oh god, we're not winning to a blooming losing streak now after Man United. And I didn't expect us to win yesterday.
See, I don't count the Bradford game at all because it's not the same sport. It's almost like if we had a five-a-side team or something like that, I'd be counting the result. I don't count it in the same way.
No, it's a training game, isn't it?
I think that's the way we deal with it, and I think it's the right way. And I'm not asked about it, to be honest. So
I don't know how many were there, but that game. But at least it gives the younger players a chance to play in a big stadium.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a great way of flooding the youngsters, and I think that's absolutely the right thing to do in this competition.
And we know David Artell. He always going to give the youngsters a chance.
Yeah. So one defeat, I'm happy, and his demeanour after the game was, we did great. Young side. They had to bring the biggest big guns on to win the game.
Yeah, and League One.
Yeah, exactly.
So forget about that. So we'll go again.
All done. Saturday. So one defeat in 7, and that's it. Anything else from you, Steve? We covered it off this week.
No.
Just covered lots of things.
Onwards and upwards.
So on that note, get me a big echo button and say, "Up the Mariners! The chuffing Mariners!" Good day, mate. Onwards and upwards. I shall see you next Saturday. Well, that's a wrap for this week's Three Fish on His Shirt, your ultimate Grimsby Town podcast. Thanks for tuning in and being part of our community, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Apple Podcast, through Amazon, Audible, Spotify, iHeartRadio or Podchaser, or anywhere else you get your podcasts from. If you're loving what we're doing and want more match analyses, in-depth discussions, exclusive interviews, then just hit subscribe. It's completely free and it helps us grow to bring you even better content, and it keeps that Mariners conversation alive. If you want to listen on the go, just ask your smart speaker to search for Three Fish on the Shirt, Grimsby Town Podcast, or find us at any of the podcast locations we've already mentioned. Drop a comment, leave a review, and share the pod with fellow Mariners, because football's always better when we talk about it together. Until next time, up the Mariners!